It's now my privilege to introduce to you the Commissioner of the Vermont Department of Corrections, Andrew Pallito.
I first want to start out by thanking Bill and his staff for turning out another quality Correctional Academy class. I know these are a lot of hard work. They're intense. We build up for them. They're a lot of work in the intermediate, and then they kind of tail off, and I want to thank you. Your staff does a great work. I want to congratulate the 108th for the last 5 weeks and for what you have ahead. I know that the Academy is time away from your family. They're long days. I know that Bill can be, I'll put this politely, high on the intensity scale, but Bill is really preparing you for what you're about to walk into, which is one of the toughest jobs from my perspective in state government. They're jobs that are immediate, they're quick, things happen fast, but you've been through one of the best trainings that the state offers, in that we put a lot of resources together to put you through a 5-week academy to prepare you for that. So the training that you've had, always lean on it, lean on your counterparts. There's a lot of senior staff that you're surrounded by who sat in your chair at one point. Our Deputy Commissioner sat exactly where you are, although graduations were probably a little bit different 25 years ago. And Lisa's now the Deputy Commissioner. And so there are a lot of staff who started out where you are, maintained common sense, maintained the standards that you learned and the words that you wrote on the board when you started your academy. Strength and honor. Those are things that you're going to need every single day, but it's a career that is very, very rewarding. One of the things that I often encounter in my job, and Secretary Hofmann encountered during his 4 years as the commissioner, is the toughest job in state government. And I volunteered for this job, and I think Rob would agree, these are the most rewarding jobs in state government. A lot of things that other commissioners don't get to deal with, we deal with on a daily basis. Other things that state employees don't deal with, you're going to deal with on a daily basis. And the work that you do is extremely important. And every citizen in this state relies on you coming to work on a holiday, you coming to work on a Sunday, you coming to work in the middle of the night and doing your job and maintaining safety. And that's really the backbone of what we enjoy as Vermonters. So congratulations. I am really impressed with the number of family members that are here. I can also attest, as Rob can, these jobs can be tough on the family. When you deal with emergent and dangerous issues, you take those home with you. It's a natural part of life, and your family members generally pay the price for that. And so you have to kind of moderate that back. But you join a workforce of over 1,000 people who have similar experiences to what you're going through, so lean on them. We have assistance programs, and the job, I don't want to end by leaving out the job that you just walked into, will have at some point great benefits, full state benefits, leave, union benefits, a lot of things that other state employees enjoy but other people in the community don't enjoy, and advancements for career opportunities, such as Lisa. I started with the state almost 20 years ago as a pay grade 19, so you never know where these jobs are going to wind up. So congratulations. It's a wonderful opportunity that you have ahead of you, and make sure you capitalize on it every day. I want to end by thanking Lieutenant Governor Dubie and Secretary Hofmann for taking time out of a really busy schedule and joining us today. And I want to invite the Secretary, who did my job for 4 years, and I've worked with Rob for 8 years, 6 years directly, 8 years in total. And it's been very rewarding, and Rob gave me a lot of my opportunities, and so I introduced Secretary Hofmann.
Thanks, Andy. One of the most enjoyable aspects of the job is to come to events like this, graduation or staff recognition. So it's a pleasure to see a lot of our correctional colleagues in the audience, the honor guard, leaders of the various facilities. And it is a pleasure to see such a great turnout from the families. We usually have a very good turnout. I think we have an exceptional one today. And as Andy said, these jobs are tough. And I know during my 4 years as commissioner, my family was certainly a source of strength for me in the inevitable ups and downs in the job. And thank you all for being here, and thank you for your loved ones that are joining us as colleagues in a really important role, as the Commissioner said. We all can go to sleep at night. I often think of, I used to call on Christmas Eve, call each of the facilities and wish the staff well, but it was in those nights that I thought, 3 in the morning when the rest of us have like sugar plums or whatever is supposed to be dancing in our head, our staff are making sure that Vermont is a safe place. It's one of the safest states in the country. It's a wonderful place to live, and you're a part of that in the career that you're embarking on. As Andy said, we set high standards. We talked about that when I visited with you earlier, but we set high standards. We've got no apologies for that. We set them as high, if not higher, at the senior ranks. But without a doubt, the quality and the standards of this department have increased in the last 6 to 10 years. But if you adhere to those, if you're proficient and operate with ethics and good common sense, there's a lot of opportunity. We're one of the biggest employers in the state of Vermont. We're an employer that will be here in 10 years. There's a lot of employers that can't say that. And we will be here. We will have opportunity despite the increasing volatility of employment and government and a lot of things in life. We're going to be here if you conduct yourselves with honor, integrity, and competency. There's a lot of opportunity. Last thing I would note is in the same way that our neighbors, our co-workers that are serving the National Guard over in Afghanistan are America to the people of Afghanistan. I mean, that's what they see. That's what their only window in our country. For the time that people are incarcerated, you're one of the main windows or role models or reflections of Vermont society. And I think the best way to treat inmates is with consistency, firmness, but with humanity, because knowing that 95% of these people are going to be back reintegrated into our communities, and we need them to stabilize and steer away from bad influences, and you can have a positive impact on people's lives. So not just keeping us safe, but you're not going to have a positive influence on everybody's life. I'm not naive enough to think that, but there are going to be some wins. There are going to be some chances where you are going to deflect somebody from further spiraling down in a negative way. So it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you all.